police say the same man did it 2 days in a row.
Well, Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live at Atlanta Police Headquarters. And Denise, was anyone hit there? Surprisingly, no, and that's amazing because there were dozens and dozens of bullets flying through that apartment complex. Residents, though, are terrified, many saying they're not going home until this man is caught.
They just shot up the whole building.
And she's not exaggerating. Take a look. A man jumps out of a black Jeep, apartment building, an assault rifle in his right hand. He approaches the building, raises the gun, and opens fire.
But the entire street right behind you was littered with shell casings.
Atlanta police found 22 shell casings in the parking lot. Windows are shattered, doors are broken, cars have bullet holes.
The car was parked right there, parked next to my car, had a bullet hole in it, very large caliber.
That was around 6:30 Sunday night. Monday morning, it was like an instant replay. A black Jeep pulls in around 8:30. A man gets out, walks toward the apartment building, opens fire, and runs off.
Both instances very, very similar, just different times of day, just one day apart.
Those who live here at the Mechanicsville family apartments on Fulton Street are terrified.
As we got in the house, then the shooting started coming through the windows. So we falling down, hitting the floor.
After that, she knew she wasn't going to stick around, so she spent the night in a hotel.
I came back Monday morning. As I'm driving in, the man is walking to the door, shooting the building as I'm pulling in. I just hit reverse and came back out of here.
She says she almost hit the black Jeep as she roared out of the lot. She says she saw a woman in the driver's seat. Police are trying to figure out who that woman is, and more importantly, who the man is with the gun, and why he shot up the apartment building.
But whatever problem that person has with whoever they think lives in this area, has to be some serious problems to come back twice.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Real Lion back at you at another talk. I mean, as you heard this, you heard also that this person right here that was doing the shooting had an accomplice, and his accomplice was a female, a white female, and that's usually the partner in crime, shooting up neighborhoods. So I like to know, where's the feminist movement for? Because you know it's a lot of women with children in here. Where's that? Where's the Rainbow Push Coalition? Where is human rights? Where is the LGBTQ? Where are they at? If life is life and love is love, where are those people at? Again, where are the feminist movement to stand up for black women? Because honestly, it's black women and children in there. Where are they? You know, it's no matter where, if it's Atlanta, Chicago, New York, Detroit, Florida, DC, Boston, Washington, LA, Los Angeles, California, you know, Little Rock, St. Paul, don't really matter. St. Louis, Indiana, don't really matter, man. We tell people this all the time, and they know who this person is. You see how bluntly he's not even wearing any masks. He's not disguising himself. He's not pretending. He's on his mission. And the person's with him is his woman or a woman. I mean, we assume it's a white woman, but we don't know. For all we could be a bad wench, to be completely blunt about it. But we do know this is a white supremacist, you know. And his whole objective is what his primary role is to kill as many people as it is. Doesn't matter who you are or what you are. This is what they do, and they come under the radar because, wow, they have intel. 9 times out of 10, they either scouting or researching or have intel by law enforcement, government, or anything else, or sympathizers that will allow these things to happen in our community. And where is the ones that really got the real stroke? You know, this is what we tell brothers and sisters who want to listen or pay attention to things that should matter about us. Life. Our life. Our life should matter to us, not to what everybody else think or feel, or their opinion, or who they are, who they think they are, or simpletons, or all of that stuff. So we can talk about dripping and where you live, where you drive, where you shop, what you're wearing, what school you go to, what fraternity, what you're liberal, you're conservative, you're Democrat, you're left wing, you're right wing, you're progressive. All of that really doesn't matter. All of the head of that snake is still demonic, and the head of that snake is still white supremacy. Point blank, period. Don't matter how many zeros in your account. That means absolutely nothing, because it's not about that. Case in point, look what this man is doing. And apparently they know or have some idea who this man is. Where is someone going to stop him? Until he kill more of us, our life don't matter to them, man. And you see how he dressed, right? He dressed like the typical young black male, right? This is what I'm saying. These are the ones who don't really fit in your culture or your life or your community, your whatever. Well, excuse me, not community, I mean neighborhood, because we don't have a community. Community means you're able to defend and protect yourself, govern and finance yourself. We don't have that as a people. We have what we have right now, you know, quiet block, and what they do is they go to those quiet areas or soft targets. You know, they're not gonna go to the quote unquote true real niggas. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna get soft targets, the working class or the working class poor. That's who they're gonna hit. And they're gonna have conservatives gonna say, "Oh, that's poor people problem." And because you're poor, you should be betrayed. You should be expecting this, because that's the price of being poor. Get out of those areas. Get out of those areas and come where we at and be a good coon. And be on code. You have to worry about that. Yeah, but you don't have to worry about that. But don't nobody escape white supremacy. I don't care who you are, who you think you are, how much money you make, where you live, where you drive. That doesn't make a difference to them. Case in point, which one of us in any genre speak up for us? And that's extremely effective. Nobody. The ones that do, we don't support, we don't rally around them, we frown upon them, because why? We know we gotta stay in code. And when the real drama get kicked off, what do? Only thing we're gonna do is post a finger on the phone out the window and do a video. That's it. But regardless of where you live, this is the type of person you got to worry about. This is the type of mindset and monsters that you have to deal with. Because they'll come in our neighborhood and shoot us up, and the same one who want exception from you, want to fit in your culture, your world, want to fit in what you do and how you think. But when it comes down to him, no. Because that's what they do. Once they finish his job and finish his assignment, what else you think he's going to do? You think he's going to accept you? No. This beast, Atlanta Police Department, probably know who this person is. Because if you got cameras, I'm quite sure when he drove off, he got the license plate. I'm sure the person who saw him got the license plate. So I want to see how quick this person can be apprehended, arrested, and charged, because someone could have died. You know, he caused thousands of dollars of damage, and people are so afraid that they don't even want to come in their house. You know, and secondly, to my strong sisters don't fit any of the profile things I said. This is not for you. This is also to empower you. Register for guns. Don't listen to these churches and all these other people, because you got to deal with real life. Yes, I got my Draco on one end and I have my Bible on the other. This is time you got to live at. Arm yourself fully in the Lord. If you don't, this is the type of person you got to deal with. Because if we had guns, he wouldn't come in here. Apparently, he have some intel of the place. You know, ain't no real brothers around for him to do this. You know what I'm saying? He know it's probably some working class young men, if it is around, or teenagers, or older women, or younger women. They ain't even own that. As you can see, you know, it's a nice quiet block. There's nobody doing anything. He said, "I'm gonna shoot up the plex." So let's arm ourselves, protect ourselves, and love one another. I know it's way too many distractions, self-hate, lack of knowledge, the true self, the spirit that beat out a majority of us. We don't know or care to know. And we grovel to the boot of our oppressor because that's the way we have to do, because we have jobs, we have lives, we have people, we have family that depends on us. So we can't be about the block boy stuff. I'm just saying you got to be smarter than that. You see what I'm saying? Because someone should pay somebody for neighborhood watch. Just like, remember George Zimmerman? Know why they have neighborhood watches? Because they assume we're going to do the same monstrous terrorist things that he's doing. You have a neighborhood watch, because we don't, with the police department, that's what happened. Because how can a person like this be able to shoot up the neighborhood twice? And probably shot in, this is not the only area that he did. And I know some will say you can't really tell. I can tell the way he moved. This is not a, like I tell you before, regardless of the situation, let's say if it was a black man, it's still part of white supremacy. Why? Because of all of the self-hating going on, lack of knowledge of true self. No, we don't know who we are. And that's the major problem with us as a people. Because you assume everyone, your skin complexion is your people. No. Because all of these things is happening, you got to look at things deeper. Everything has to be crossed out. Not just skin color, not just hair, but bloodline. And that's all part of their regime to fool and direct. But that's another story. But I'm going to close this with anybody. I encourage anybody who have a ability to register as a gun owner to do so. Protect yourself. Especially women with children, stop being afraid. You have no man around for whatever reason that got nothing to do with me. You have to protect your child. You got to protect your children. Get your brother, your uncle, baby daddy. This is real issues you have to discuss. This can happen to anybody. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until this can be tragically a different. Don't wait or assume because I'm this and I'm that or my position. Don't even matter if you're law enforcement. I got videos on this channel that race soldiers even attack police officers, law enforcement. So don't think or assume because you have a badge or a gun or a position that make you exempt. Don't you know they specialize in those type of situations? Don't you know that's primarily what it is? Because they know how to dox you. They know how to research you and find out. So that's what they do. This is just on the street level right here. You know what I mean? It's because if this was a black man that did this, I'm telling you, all of the news will be carrying this. Major news will be all over this. But because it just happened to little old Georgia apartment complexes, townhouses, then it doesn't matter. All lives should matter, especially ours. If we don't respect us or protect us, how can you expect anybody else to give a damn? You can't say nothing, you silence, you neutralize, and you compromise. So let's let everybody know you gotta keep your head on the swivel, you gotta be on code, you gotta stay heads up. Each one teach one, next man up. Nature don't wait for nobody. Guns, laws, whatever. Get your fear out of that. Out of them Christian churches, mosques, you better protect yourself. Because this is what's happening. You don't have to trust me when I say this. They live and they die literally by the gun. So you got to understand their talk and their language. That's how they research and they analyze and they study us and research. We can do the same thing. And I'm not saying fight fire, go shoot up nothing. No, let's stop being stupid. I'm saying be just as intelligently to protect yourself in case something like this happens. Talk about provisionary measures that you will have to take when it comes to fire or flood. Have these discussions because this is the climate that we're in. We got to have real conversations. It ain't just about a video or this, that, and the third. It's about self-awareness, self-empowerment, and self-galvanizing. And sometimes we got to do it for ourselves and we can do the next person. It's not about me, you, anybody. It's about us. and them, and the simplifiers, and those who assume because, oh, I have a baby by them, or I like the culture or their food, or this, that, and the third, that mean nothing. White supremacy been doing that to us anyway, culture vulturing, stealing our identity, stealing our inventions. If you leave it up to them, we haven't done anything. And just about everything you use on a daily basis, we invented or made better. Matter of fact, I can think of countless things that is. But this, to that race soldier, doesn't matter. See how he looking? His ability to do that, let you know this is a white supremacist. Point blank, period. So, again, find you some concealed carry, open carry, whatever carry you have to do, whatever provisions you have to do, neighborhood watch, whatever it is. Someone have to pay attention. We can't be too scared or too timid to not to say or do nothing when lives don't matter. You know, oh, I'm too busy. Okay, that's what they're preying on. That's what they're expecting. That's what they're expecting us to think as individuals. That's how they pick us off. That's how they isolate us. That's how they research and study it, because they want you to be independent. Why? Because you can't stand against the machine by yourself. Nobody can. So that's why I said, where's the feminist movement? Where is the LGBT community? Where is all this rainbow, everyone is anyone, and God loves everybody mindset? But it's constantly happening to us. Stop it.